And I'm honored to be having with me over the phone to be shedding more light on such an important topic is Dr. Gamal Qalyouby, the petroleum expert. Dr. Gamal, can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening to you and your guest and your studio.
Good evening to you too, Doctor. Thank you very much for being with us tonight on the Daily Debate. As we have seen today, the meeting of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi with the CEO of the Italian oil giant Eni, Claudio Descalzi. How do you see the importance of having more foreign direct investments, more specifically in the field of energy and petroleum and gas, as we can see today, during the tenure of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi over the past decade, and the opportunities for the future?
Well, you know what, that's as a Eni company, they have a very good positive history in Egypt, and since 1957 that Eni had been started their activities for exploration and also production concerning oil and gas. Since that time, Eni has a very wide experiences in many different areas in Egypt, in Western Desert, in Nile Delta, in Mediterranean, that's recently. With a grand project was called Zohra. That's one of the 3 grand projects globally, and that's a very good supporting to our daily production in Egypt. Talk about 38% in compared to the rest of the oil fields in Egypt. Or still Eni in going in a good cooperation with a joint venture in 2 companies in Egypt. We have a grand company dealing with the gas, and the other one is dealing with oil. And both 2 companies, they are representative stage number 1 or 2 in inclusively oil and gas production in Egypt. And in consequences, today it's in a quarter yearly meeting, which is supposed to be in normal regular basis between our president and the executive officer, President Mr. Descalzi, and a lot of concerns was related to the next schedule plan for Eni in Egypt and what they expect for the next agreement, specifically for the continuous agreement with the government, and also for the future bidding, which is inclusively 12 areas supposed to be offered by EGAS, the Gas Egyptian Authority, which is invited all the international companies and also inclusively the oil experiment companies inside the country. One of that company was Eni, and for that they have a target also to go for that bidding, which is in the upcoming in February 2025.
Doctor, how do you see the importance of the investment climate that we have seen under the tenure of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi over the past 10 years in order to be drawing more foreign direct investments from the potential buyers and potential investors from all over the world, and more specifically from Italy in the field of energy?
Well, you know well that the portion of Italy in Egypt was the major part was in petroleum and in energy.
Yes.
And specifically for Eni representative with total plus minus 29 to 30% of the total investment in oil and gas in Egypt. And they have, like I said to you, they have a very good willing to go more further for more investment and pumping also a lot of assets in upcoming decades. While that's in a very oriented target that they plan ahead to spread it, a portion of their expenditures for upcoming budget to be party to develop 3 wells in the current field, which it's Zohra, and also there is a portion to improve their activities and development in the renewable energy. And for that reason, one of the major investors in Egypt currently is a part of that is Eni. And you know well that the activities of investment related to the petroleum section in Egypt representative plus minus 27% of the total investment portfolio in Egypt. And for that reason, our president very insisted to just track and follow up the more encourage for that foreigners time by time in the conferences or also in an official meetings with the executive chief chairman.
Yes, Dr. Gamal Qalyouby, the petroleum expert, thank you very much for being with us tonight on the Daily Debate over the phone. We will be heading to the first report of the Daily Debate for tonight, focusing on Egypt being the best destination for investment in Africa for the second year running, according to the UNCTAD. We will be having more details in the upcoming report. Stay tuned.